Here's the data log that I took after taping up the hose. Again, I got a new hose coming next week. It's a week away from whatever supplier we're getting it from. And you can see here the three different graphs here. The specified charge is at the bottom. Current charge, that's the actual charge that's the vehicle is seeing or that the computer is seeing. And then engine RPM. And you can already see that engine RPM and the current charge and specified charge, they all match each other. As RPMs increase, your accelerating boost is supposed to increase because, again, the computer wants to see X amount of boost for RPM. And you can see the current charge matches that of the specified. Obviously not 100%, there's other variables, but it is fairly consistent. RPMs won't always match exactly what the boost is, because obviously RPMs, you can have high boost, low RPM, or you can have high RPM and low boost. So, but what you do want to see is at least the current charge or the actual charge match that of the specified, and even within 100 milligrams or millibars, sorry, it should be okay. It should be enough. There's sometimes a bit of a delay, or you can actually have a current charge that's higher than the specified. But again, all you're looking for is a similar pattern where the two will match. And I didn't get a chance to data log the before. The current charge obviously would have been less because of the boost leak, and the computer set a MAF sensor code because doing its calculations, it just, whatever it was seeing in terms of boost level and MAF sensor wasn't making any sense to it. The air charge that it was sucking in was the actual that was required, because obviously the engine is sucking in X amount of air. But when it was comparing to the kind of boost it was developing, I guess that's when it set a red flag and said, hey, there's something going on with that MAF sensor. I'm only seeing X amount of boost, yet I'm seeing X amount of air being drawn in, so there's got to be a MAF sensor problem. Had the leak been bigger, it would have set a boost code where the specified boost, just where the current or actual boost just had no way of matching the specified boost, and it would have been way too low, and that's when it would have set a charge pressure deviation code rather than a MAF sensor code. Anyways, this is after taping it up, and you can see it pretty much follows what it's supposed to, and the code did not come back, as you'll see in the next capture, where I took an image of the codes, checking for current or pending codes, and they were unstored. So next week it'll come back, and we'll put a new hose in it, and she's good to go. I could have probably left it like this as well, but that tape just won't last long enough. Engine oil or any type of other grease will get on there eventually, and it'll just deteriorate the tape. Actually, even the PCV oil that goes through the hose, it'll be forced out that small hole, and it'll eat the electric tape from the inside out. So it's always good to replace it with a new part. Obviously, if you're in the middle of nowhere, just tape it up, and that'll get you going until you have a time to replace the hose.